A very good morning to class 3. Today we are going to do the next question answers of the lesson Zia and the Chief. Now question number D, look at question number D on page 98. What condition did the chief lay before Zia? What condition did the chief lay before Zia? Chief told Zia not to interfere in his not to interfere in the problems which are laid down by the people, which are not to interfere with the problem brought before him. He would marry her, and everything in his house is hers, and only one rule she had to follow, and that was not to involve herself with the problems brought before him. This is the only warning which Zia gave to the which chief gave to the Zia. Okay, children, what was the condition? The condition was that I can write like this: chief told Zia that everything in the house is hers. Full stop. Okay, everything in the house is hers. The only rule which she had to follow was not to interfere in the problems brought before chief, not to interfere in his work. Okay, so this was the condition. Now next, how did Zia help the little boy? Why did she help him? How did Zia help the little boy like this? The little boy was given a task by the chief, and the task was that they had to get an egg hatched by tomorrow. Whosoever will get the egg hatched will get the sheep. And Zia knew that it would be impossible to hatch the egg in one day. So she kept, or she told a problem, or she told a solution to it, that take some rice to the chief and tell him to plant it today so that in the morning you will get rice to feed your chicken. Okay, so what was the task which he gave it to the boy? That take some rice and tell chief that please plant this rice so that today, so that you can feed the chicken tomorrow. So she knew that it would be impossible to plant the rice, so as it is impossible to hatch the egg. So this way she helped the boy. And why did she help him? She helped him because uh, he was very upset on the task which was given to the boy. He was very upset, and he finally asked him to explain his problem. Because he was very upset, so he helped the boy. Okay, children, so these are D and E which you have to do it in your classwork copy. And the next, read these lines from the story and answer the questions that follow. You said I could take whatever I wanted from your house. I wanted you, and so I took you. You said I could take whatever I wanted from your house. I wanted you, and so I took you. So who says these words and to whom? Who says these words? Sia says these words to the chief. Where is the speaker? The speaker is at her father's house. What does the speaker take with her? And how does she manage to do this? She took chief with her, and how she managed? She made him eat sumptuous dinner, And after eating the dinner, um, and after eating the meal, um, the chief felt very sleepy, and she took mm, uh, she also offered him favorite drink. And before the meal was finished, the chief became drowsy. He became very drowsy, and he fell asleep. And she took chief along with her to her father's house. Write any two adjectives to describe the speaker. She was very witty, she was clever, she had presence of mind, she was very helpful, and so on. You can write any two adjectives and you can explain them. Okay, children? So, these two questions you have to do it in your classwork copy, and the rest of the questions you have to do it in your book. Now, write the opposite of these words, choosing your answers from the story. Now, what is the opposite of foolish? The opposite of foolish is, yes, the opposite of foolish is wise. Falsehood, truth. Discontinue, continue. Dishonor, honor. Problem, solution. Now fill in the blanks with the correct form of the words in brackets. One is done for you. The chief listened attentively to the problem. Everyone was captivated by the wisdom of the young girl. The chief immediately realized that the old man was telling a lie. The little boy was terrified of the chief's anger, and the chief was filled with amazement to hear the answer. So these are the questions A, B, C, D, E. This you have to do it in your book. Word power, you have to do it in your book. Thank you and have a nice day. Complete your work by 3 p.m. and submit it to Priya ma'am.